Here are some of my favorite artifacts that I saw on my recent trip to the National Museum of Health and Medicine in Silver Spring, Maryland, beginning with a series of artifacts pertaining to the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln, including the bullet that killed Lincoln, bone fragments of the president's skull, sleeve cuffs still stained with Lincoln's blood, the probe used to locate the bullet in the president's head, and finally, locks of Lincoln's hair that were taken out of his head wound. Next, there was this skull of a soldier from the 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, an African-American unit that led the assault on Fort Wagner in July of 1863, as famously portrayed in the movie Glory. This soldier was killed by an artillery projectile that entered his head behind his left ear and exited his right temple. Next, there were two objects that stopped bullets in Civil War battles. One worn by a Confederate officer during the Battle of Gettysburg was struck twice, potentially saving the officer's life. The next is a notebook that was in the breast pocket of Union Sergeant John Statz, potentially stopping a bullet from entering his chest and maybe even his heart. The amputated leg of one of the most famous generals of the Battle of Gettysburg, General Dan Sickles, who lost his leg on the second day of the battle when he was struck with a 12-pound Confederate cannonball while on horseback. After the war, Sickles donated his leg to the museum and would visit it from time to time. Finally, this display of 500 pieces of bullets or shrapnel from the Civil War, each having been taken from a soldier's wound by a surgeon during the war. The bullets themselves, as well as the displays of Civil War injuries throughout the museum, highlights the great extent of damage that these soft projectiles did when they came into contact with human bodies. This museum is not for the squeamish, but if you can stomach it, it offers a fascinating and unique perspective of the deadliest conflict in American history, the American Civil War.